Hello, Scorpio. Welcome, guys, to your weekly reading with me, Cindy. So, Scorpio, deeper spiritual readings this week. Ooh, and it's already coming out for you so quick. Is it just the one? I think it's just the one. Yes, I haven't even had a chance to tell you. Okay, so we're starting. I've got 3 oracle decks this week. So we're starting with Elke, She Who. So what do you have here? She who begins, launch, actualization, and potential. Ooh, you are starting something new. You are going, look at all the butterflies. You are hatching out a whole bunch of new beginning energy here. It's like new beginning energy. The new beginnings are being drawn to you. Looks very much almost like you're this little honeycomb. And all these butterflies are drawn to you. All this sweetness, all this nectar. Look at how the butterflies are just pulling into her. She's the attraction here. She's actualizing. She's launching something, reaching her potential. What's at the bottom? She who sees, observe, perceive, scrutinize. Interesting. There's your underlying energy for that deck. Let's see where it goes, Scorpio. We're now going into the Wild Unknown Animal Spirit deck. Get a little more information about something that you are launching. You've scrutinized a situation. Your perception has finally come through. And it's almost as if you understand your potential in this situation so much that new beginnings are drawn to you. That new beginnings are drawn to you. So let's see what comes out here. For Scorpio, Scorpio. Oh, now you get quiet, huh? Now you get quiet, Scorpio. Ooh. 2 cards. You have the elk and the crocodile. Gosh, everything is going in one direction here. Like all of these cards are all looking, as I'm looking at them, they're all looking to the left. I'm not sure what happens when I do this. Now it's looking to the right, whatever. How does that, and then you look at it on the screen. I don't know, it's too many flips. Look at all the energy. It's all focused in the one direction here. And see, you're not even focused on self. The only card that looks at us head on is this underlying card, this perception. Perceiving, observing, because you are perceiving, you're observing something. And you're drawing this energy. Haha, the elk and the crocodile, it's like, it doesn't feel like you. It's not you. The elk and the crocodile is some sort of new beginning that you're drawing towards yourself here. It's almost as if you've created some momentum around you, and then the momentum is picking up and it's pulling in. It started pulling in the butterflies. It started pulling in all these butterflies. Very sweet, fluttery, innocent, delicate, gentle energy. Little new beginnings hatching about, coming around you. And then you pull in this elk. So then the elk has come in, sensing this new beginning. The elk is really, really powerful energy. The elk, I like to kind of compare it to being in the tarot. I like to combine it as the Emperor and the Hierophant. It's very powerful energy. And he's harnessing, this elk is harnessing like the fire energy that's being produced within this eclipse. And kind of producing the magic with it, like manifesting. It's like, you know, when you describe the power of the Emperor, it is like someone who's in the here and the now. Is that Aries energy that I know what I want, I'm going to get it, I have a strategy, I have a plan, I'm going to own it. And it's very three-dimensional. And then the Hierophant can be that really deeper spiritual understanding of your connection in life. And how to work with that in the right way to kind of get to a higher good. So combining those two energies is very powerful. But then, so that's like something or someone is being drawn to you that's part of this new beginning that you're creating, that you're launching. I don't even know if you know you're launching this. You're not seeing it, right? You don't see the elk coming in from behind, nor the crocodile. You're just only kind of vaguely aware of the butterflies themselves that have come in and started to land. You know, she looks like she's very melancholy to me. She looks very melancholy to me. It's like two sides of you. Right, Scorpio? That Pluto energy and that Mars energy. It's as if, I see. Because the elk itself is, in this deck, it's the alchemical symbol for Earth. You know, which would be like Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo energy. But yet it also has the fire element. And then you have the crocodile, which is the water element. Because I feel like the water element of you is in your emotions. In your emotions. So much so that you are almost not aware of the energy that your fire element is producing. Observe, perceive, scrutinize. Yeah, I feel like you're observing your deeper emotions. It's almost like you're aware of your deeper emotions. And, you know, the passion, the desire, the fire of Scorpio is kind of working in the background. It's kind of working in the background. It's kind of, it's like the subconscious part of you. You're very consciously aware of something you're going through emotionally. But and that's the water element. It's the emotions, the feelings, the intuition a bit too. But subconsciously, you're not aware of what's coming in here. The fiery element to you, that creative, passionate, flaming spark, I want to say. I want to say you could even be dealing with another Scorpio. Because this doesn't feel like you. But what I'm describing looks like this. It's this fire element, but it's grounded. It's not out of control because it's producing new beginnings, like good new beginnings. And then here's this really savory, watery, emotional energy coming in. It's like another Scorpio. Or someone who's in a very scorpionic energy. Someone who could typically be, you know, very fiery most of the time. Maybe they even are a fire sign. But perhaps they are also in some sort of a melancholy, or they're more in their emotions than they would typically be. There's some sort of like mirroring effect between you. It's like you're not, neither one of you are really aware of what the subconscious part of you is doing. Your deeper self a little bit. But a different side of you. You know, I want to say it's kind of, because I always try to make it realistic, right? Like you do a spiritual reading, it can be like way out there, but how does it really apply to life? How do you make it apply to life? So if you're really in your emotions and your feelings, and you're focusing on that so much, you kind of think that's your world right now. That's what you're doing. That's what you're creating. That's the energy that's all around you. But, I mean, you're not just always going to have those thoughts. You're going to have other fleeting thoughts. And those fleeting thoughts, to me, are also being manifested particularly strongly because you are in a very emotional state itself. So it's almost like, you know, you're not aware that the little tiny thoughts that you have, and sometimes I find those can be even more powerful because there is an effort put into it. You know, when you put effort into trying to manifest something, a lot of times it's almost as if to the universe, you're putting your hands up or fighting with you, saying it needs to come in this way or it needs to happen this way, so it doesn't come in at all. Whereas if you release it, or it's just a fleeting thought, it's just like, oh, chocolate ice cream would be good now. See, it always comes down to ice cream. Chocolate ice cream would be good now. And somehow that manifests for you when you've been focusing 99% on something else. Because it was a thought, it went out there freely, openly, there was no constraints, no expectations, no, you know, like no strategy around it, right? The universe wants to create the strategy for you because it knows how it can be delivered to you in a way that will work. And this is coming in. It's like something that you're manifesting on a subconscious level here. You're focused on something else, but this elk, crocodile energy is coming into you. And I feel like, this is why I feel if it's not another Scorpio, it's someone who's in this sort of energy, very much in their emotions. And they are typically, they might be a fire sign where they're typically, or they have fire in their chart somewhere very strong, like their rising or their Venus or their moon, and they're very passionate. They really feed off that creative spark. And that is the part of them that is also kind of manifesting more freely than all this emotion that they're pulled into. And you're kind of coming together here with that energy. And see what else comes out here. I might need to go to the book with the fairies. As I've been saying all week, I'm just starting to get into the fairies again. I was into them a lot, and then I haven't touched them for a few months, and sometimes I need a little refresher. So let's see what the fairies have to say to Scorpio about this very interesting energy. The butterflies. You know, if nothing comes out in the fairies about this elk and crocodile, I feel like I'm not getting any information about the elk, this elk crocodile energy coming to you. Like what is the purpose of it? Is it to correct something in your life? Is it to help you with something in your life? Is it a romantic connection? Is it a best friend connection? Is it a new ice cream straw in the corner? Opening? No. Actually, I can't even I love ice cream, but I can't really do dairy. Dairy really bothers me now, so I have to go with coconut, which is pretty good. Coconut ice cream. That's good. But the fairies, come on, like they're really hesitant to speak out here. The fairies have nothing to say regarding this situation. Oh, here we go. Ah, ooh. Oh, wow. The Master Maker and the Friends. Oh, these feel like the same. This is so weird. It's just kind of confirming what I was saying. If this isn't another Scorpio, it's someone else who's in the same energy. The Master Maker and the Friends. These two remind me so much of each other. It's just almost like, I want to say they're almost really sort of like the same card to me. But it's just a different situation, a different energy, how they're playing out and being together. Now the Master Maker is a very Aries energy. The Friends is too, though, which is, you know, it reminds me of the leap of faith. This one, because we have the ram's horns here. So we have the ram's horns here. And he's pointing. And, you know, he's holding, the little buddy friend here is holding the wand. Like an ace of wands, really. I want to read the Master Maker. And it's number 22. And he's pointing. It's like he's trying to remind you of something. Geez, that came up for Leo too. Did you forget something? But this is different. It's like something in your mind. Maybe because you've been focusing so much in one direction in your life, or with your feelings and emotions and thoughts, that you're not realizing that there's other fleeting thoughts that are actually, you know, doing stuff for you too. So skill, craftsmanship, magician, moral strength, invention. Wow. The master maker is the master of the forge, upon which we create our futures and forge our own souls. He sees the world beyond the other world, the world of first causes. Through his magic, he brings them into his own world of fairy. From his world, these concepts trickle down into our own through dreams and visions picked up by artists and craftsmen everywhere. But he makes the first the original. He is the great inventor, and the sign above his door reads, "Practical problems solved here." Ooh. Oh, wow. He sings as he works, and as all fairy magic, his song does as much to shape objects as do the blows of his hammer. Healing cups, magic swords, fairy jewels, crowns of stars, and other bespelled works of the finest craftsmanship pass through his forge and beneath his hammer. The master of fire, air, earth, and water, he adds the fairy element of moonlight to everything he creates. He would be the first to tell you that superb craftsmanship, however magical, is hard work. Joyful and energizing hard work, but always challenging, as the master maker reminds us. No job is too small to do beautifully. His work is done as well as possible, even where it will never be seen by anyone else. That's interesting. Ooh, that's kind of like inner work. Oh yeah, that's that inner work, which might be what you're focusing on. You're focusing on that inner work, which may not actually be seen by others, but they kind of see the results of that in you down the road. Now, as the reading, there's some here about the reading, but it does, I am getting that message. This is about an inner work, the master maker, and he's pointing down. He's pointing down. This is almost like, you know, you're working on this in the mind. What's going on in the mind right now? You may be manifesting more than you realize you're manifesting right now. So do whatever you do as well as you can, and then make it even better. The master maker reminds us that our very best work is always desirable, and in the present situation, it is necessary for success. In fact, he asks that we surpass our previous best. Don't cut corners and don't take the easy way. Whether making a thing or fulfilling a concept, be sure the design is elegant, pure, and functional, and then follow it, attending to every detail in its turn. He says, design beyond your skill and then raise the level of your skill to fulfill it. Give and accept only the best and do it with love of your craft, whatever that craft may be. This card speaks of long-lasting achievement, creative problem-solving, and confident action. It may suggest cooperation with others, especially from a position of responsibility, or of teaching one's craft to others. Success comes from practical application of traditional principles in life and in work. Okay, so I'm still getting very much that you are doing some inner work with your emotions and feelings right now, and the fleeting thought, and this is, yeah, and even in here, I see that here. There's so many repeats going on here. So this is like this inner thought. This is the work in progress here, you know, making sure it is a job well done, not rushing whatever feelings or emotions, experience that you're working through right now. And then this, these are, to me, this represents the same combination of energy, but displayed in a different way. And that's like the fleeting thoughts, that passion and spark within you that maybe feels like it's kind of suppressed because you're absorbed. She's melancholy. She seems kind of melancholy to me. She seems a little melancholy to me. And so this is that energy, like as still as you may appear to be right now. If you're in some sort of cycle in your life where you may appear very still, you know, maybe not as actively participating in social events like you normally would. It's just a stillness, and perhaps you're quiet. Maybe you're speaking less than you normally would to others. You're not expressing your ideas or feelings as much because you're keeping more inside. You're keeping more inside so that you can almost like speak with yourself, hear yourself more clearly. But while you're doing that, there is an element to you that's manifesting. So this is where I feel like I want to get into the what's at the bottom of these decks? Oh, yes. Oh my gosh. The Retriever is at the bottom. It did feel like it was, have you forgotten something? I think there's something you may have been thinking about or trying to manifest more actively in the past, and that's kind of been put to the side as you've been focusing on some other element in your life. And it's almost as if your strength in that past manifestation has become stronger because you've released it a little bit while you're doing this. Now the bottom of this deck is the Rabbit. Interesting. That's very watchful, quiet energy, watching, quiet. And it does feel a little bit like you're in that energy, that state of mind. Watching, listening, not maybe speaking out as much, not vocalizing as much. It's like an inner dialogue, Oh, let's go to the tarot. This elk and this crocodile don't feel like you. It feels like someone who's doing kind of a similar energy or journey as you. Yeah, I want to say, I don't know if I clarified it, but this too also reminds me of like Aries energy. It reminds me of the Fool card in the deck. You know, the Fool with the little dog and the satchel on the back and just going for it. Like that childlike energy, that some sort of new beginning, and just, let's just go for it and see what happens. That's kind of like the, that's what's going on in the background with your energy right now. You may look still and quiet, but in the background, you're manifesting something here. The elk and the crocodile. That is a new beginning. Wow. Two aces came out. The Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. Yeah, there's a new beginning coming here regarding this elk and this crocodile. Quite a solid foundation, and it's going to be built on strength and truth, honesty, clarity. Very clear-minded energy. You're really clearing your mind right now. The elk and the crocodile are bringing an offer. I want to know, if the elk and the crocodile, sometimes they feel like someone, two different people, and then sometimes they feel like the same person. Who is the elk? Who is the elk? We have the Six of Wands for the elk. I want to see what comes out for the crocodile before I make any decisions here. Who is the crocodile? Okay. So, and then we get Judgment. The crocodile is Judgment. Okay. Well, thank you. I think it's this. I think it's one. I think it's one person bringing two elements of themselves towards this. This is a very big beginning. There's a very big new beginning here. You have the Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Swords, the Judgment card. This is a brand new rebirth. There's nothing from the past here. This elk and crocodile do not feel like anyone from your past at all to me. This is a brand new energy coming in. And with the Six of Wands, this person sees nothing but victory. So whether it's something they want to collaborate with, they want to offer you something though. Why does the elk see victory? Because you are harnessing your Queen of Wands energy, whether you know it or not. It's the fire element of you. The fire element of you is really pulling this in the background. It's as if I get this image of there's a beautiful, handsome, however, whatever you are, there's a beautiful, handsome person walking around and they've got it going on. They've got it going on and they have no idea how much they got it going on. They don't even realize, like, because the Wands are really good manifestors. The Queen of Wands manifests all sorts of stuff. And she's very entrepreneurial-like. She has new ideas all the time. She applies them with her passion, her desire, her spark. And she makes it succeed, right? Like they have the Six of Wands here. They see this success with you. But and I feel like you're completely unaware of this energy that you're possessing in the background. Like even this queen, you know, her head is tilted down a little bit, just like this girl with the butterflies. Absorbed in your feelings here. I want to really absorbed in your feelings. And hey, why stop? It's working. You're doing like some sort of inner work that, you know, on the outside it might look like nothing really much is going on, but there's a ton of stuff going on inside. And that's the core. That's the core, right? Like that's where everything comes from. That's where your real vibrational energy starts. Like in here, in here. You know, what you try to project, you know, you can achieve stuff with that, but it's what naturally is inside you that is really powerful. And it's like doing this inner work is like I say, it's affecting this outside aspect of you that's causing a very good opportunity to be coming. Now that's really funny. I'm splitting the deck to start shuffling. And I split it and I got the King of Wands and the Lovers. The King of Wands is like the counterpart to the Queen of Wands, and the Lovers is the Lovers. We need to explain that one. Well, maybe I do. Oh, wow, and the King of Wands and the Knight of Wands. Nobody's coming in. Yeah, the Lovers is about a choice, though. It's choice. And I don't feel like it's a choice. Well, I could go with that one or this one. Maybe I'll go with Scorpio today. No, it's like I'm making the choice to go to you. I'm allowing my energy to go towards you. The Page of Swords. You may not even know this person exists, but they certainly know you exist. You are drawing someone in here with this Page of Swords. They are watching and learning about you from a distance. And it's not at all creepy. It's, I know, right? It's like, what? No. And no, it's not creepy. It's like they're just trying. Well, I can ask. You want me to ask? Let's ask. Is it creepy? It doesn't feel creepy. It does not feel creepy at all. The elk energy is not. The crocodile, sometimes, but it doesn't feel creepy. I feel like the crocodile is another aspect of them that may come out later. It's a very lustful, primitive, passionate, emotional. There's a lot of, like, it hasn't evolved in millions of years, so it's very primal energy. But the elk is very stable, very fiery, but very grounded. What was it? Oh yeah, what is this Page of Swords watching and learning about? What is this Page of Swords watching and learning about? Oh my gosh! No, their intentions are good. Don't you worry yourself. You are pulling something in here, like they're watching and learning about the Empress and the Four of Wands. Okay, so the Empress, right? The Empress is the embodiment of all the queens in the deck. She can be the Queen of Wands when she needs to be that. She can be the Queen of Swords when she needs to be. She can be the Queen of Cups when she needs to. And who would be like, oh, and the Queen of Pentacles too. She can be the Queen of Pentacles and nurture everyone around her and make sure the house is looked after. So she's got it all going on. She is a massive manifester, and that's what you're doing. You're manifesting big time. What is this Page of Swords, this elk crocodile energy, trying to learn about? Trying to learn about what it sees as the ideal companion. Because the Four of Wands is a celebration in companionship. It is seeing someone as your soulmate, your connection. So there you go. Don't stop doing what you're doing. It's working. It might feel like nothing is going on, but there's a ton of stuff going on in the background here, Scorpio. Yeah, at the bottom again, after I shuffled it, you got the Knight of Wands. I want to say maybe this person will come in seeming a little bit hot to trot when they do come in. They've got two solid offers here, though, with the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. There's a lot of passion and desire driving this, but there's also, I want to say, a lot of intellect and feelings are at the forefront of it. So there you go. That was quite an interesting reading, Scorpio. I enjoyed that ride. That was kind of interesting. There you go. All right. Thanks, guys. Until next week, do be gentle with yourselves. Bye.